out to English. Shout out to Tattoo Trucker. Appreciate y'all for returning for Thursdays. Yo, let me know how my audio sounds. If I can change it up. I'm trying to find. Y'all see, I got the wired earpiece in the night. Good show tonight. Let me know. That one is the audio. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Yo, comment when y'all checking in from age, sex, location. Everybody is checking in that's watching the live stream. You know, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, the link to call in to me in the chat. It's not come up with H-Town. We got H-Town in the building. See, man, I'm trying with this audio up in here. It's crazy. H-Town in the building. We got Fort Bragg in the building. And we got Miami in the building. Shout out to everybody. What's happening? This is JR Wisdom, and this is Thirsty Thursday. We got Atlanta in the building. Thirsty Thursdays, you know, rating show or not, you know, we just freestyling, you know, just kicking it, fellowshipping tonight, chopping it up with y'all, answering questions. We got the D, the 313 in the building. Shout out to the D, get them likes up. All y'all should have hit that like button already. Covering my distance. Austin, Texas. Shout out to Texas. I'll be there this weekend. Shout out to Texas. Y'all got going on this Thursday. Y'all got going on. Appreciate you, bro. I know you always showing love as usual. Already, man. Appreciate you. What's everybody getting into this Thursday? Getting ready for this weekend. It's the last weekend, holiday weekend going into, we are going into November here shortly. What's the move this weekend? Come on here. I'm gonna start asking y'all questions. I know. So you know we talking about rates and all this stuff, right? So I just posted a video not too long ago. It's doing pretty good. On this woman, you know, she's a little bit on the heavy side. Want to get y'all thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about like women that are like when they're in groups, right? They're in groups, but in the case of this woman, she's like kind of upset or confused why she doesn't get approached, but all of her pretty friends get approached. And it's kind of bothering her. And like I said, she's on the heavy side, and you know, she made a TikTok about it. But she's like, I'm the ugly duckling. All my friends are my daddy. All my friends are gorgeous. You know, I should be getting. Well, I feel this way. I'm putting myself in a position where when I go out, you know, I feel bad about myself because they get the attention, but I don't want to bring it to their attention because I don't want them to be self-conscious about it and things like that. What's your thoughts on it? Because I've seen some people commenting saying things like, you know, women don't like hold their friends accountable, or they'll just say, yo, you're beautiful how you are, you want to lose weight, or basically saying, hey, if you do this, you know, maybe they'll approach you like they're approaching you, stuff like that. You know, and I think it's one of those things where it's almost like in the video, it's almost like she was looking for sympathy, like she was looking for a pity party for that. And on TikTok, you know, women are gonna say, "Well, I go through the same thing. I go through the same thing." It's like it's just a matter of losing that weight and getting compliments. And it's the thing about the ego. once that ego starts getting stroked, the outlook completely changes and how you treat people or how you act. So unless you work on social skills, I think that's one of those things. Like with certain, I think with women who've always been pretty, for lack of better term, they sometimes, and some of them are nice. There are some beautiful, nice women out there that have a nice attitude and everything. So sometimes you just have like women who've always been told that they're. And I'm not. This isn't a bashing episode. Y'all know I don't bash women or anything like that. But sometimes you guys, you have women that always told they're pretty. Their friends always tell them they're pretty. Guys always say they're pretty, but they never take the time to work on social skills. No shit. I've been asking that for a while. You're like the first person to say something. Your audio is bad. No shit. Thanks. Thanks for stating the obvious that I was asking, but I'm glad you did come in and say that. I asked like 30 times. Nobody said shit. All right. Isn't that funny? Y'all listening, y'all rather listen to trash audio. I'll take your shit off. You know, let's try this. Uh, How about now? It's still garbage. Yo, I'm like, bro, it's whether I would maybe I need to buy some of those $500 earbuds. If you can't audio, if you got a bad audio experience, that makes everybody want to tune off, huh? So yeah. How does it sound? Does it sound better now? Oh yeah? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Got it. Cause I'm on my phone, guys, and I don't want to give you all a bad experience in terms of the audio. I want to make sure that I sound clear and crisp and things like that. But yeah, back to what I was talking about though. And hit that like button, comment where you checking in from, guys. If you're just now entering, you're just now coming in, comment where you're checking in from, age, sex, location, all that good stuff. So yeah, what do you guys think about that in terms of women that complain about stuff like that and guys? Because this seems to be surprising to some women, right? What I find. Orlando in the building. We got the shy in the building. I'm using these old school earphones because last week when I had my earbuds, they weren't doing too well. So then I got these on, you know, that's that. Just getting a lot of outside like background noise. So, you know, it is what it is. I got this on now, so this sounds good. So that's what we gonna rock with. So don't the key is as long as I sound good, it don't matter what's on my ears. You know, got Harlem in the building. But yeah, so that was the issue. What do you guys think about that? And are you guys like more reluctant, especially for the fellas? I know this is something that's been surprising to women. That I didn't know that guys are hesitant to approach you when you're in a group. Like ladies, like you ever put a woman which women are like some women are like I'll never approach a man or whatever because women shoot their shot through innuendo. But put a woman in a position where she has to go up to a group of men and approach a man and shoot her shot at that. So, but I think that type of thinking doesn't go on when it comes to certain people. You know what I mean? Because it's things are looked at one way. But an attractive woman in a group, you know, guys are gonna go for it a lot of times. But if some dudes, if they don't have the heart, some dudes are shy, some dudes are scared to approach a woman. So he may look at it as by approaching you, he's approaching everybody. You know what I mean? and that's what makes some guys miss out on opportunities, and some women do flex on you when they're with their girlfriends anyway, where they would normally, you know, they would normally react differently to you if they were by themselves or if you saw them out and about, as opposed to if they're with their girlfriends. And a lot of the girlfriends tend to, do a lot of the cock blocking, which I know a lot of you fellas have encountered that. You know what I mean? So something that I've noticed. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, man? I know we shoot the shit looking bored as hell up in here. Slow motion. Thursday, my Thursdays aren't like what they used to. Wow. What else is going on though? What else is happening? Pull my other joint out. Sorry about that, guys. Bottom of this thing is like all wet. When I get up out of here, I hate the fact that the man is expected to take the first initiative in everything all the time. Well, that's part of being a man. You know, men are the hunters, not the other way around. You know, we don't live in a world where we don't live in a world where exactly. She said, "Isn't a man supposed to lead?" Yep, absolutely. We don't live in a world where I know it sounds cool. I wish the ladies would approach me. I wish the ladies would approach me. Nah, you're supposed to, man. Men are the hunters. You're the hunters. Up until you qualify yourself to become a celebrity, right? And that way you can command that, where you'll have women that do all those things, and you don't have to do anything but just be you because you've already qualified yourself. You know. But up until then, man, keep approaching. If you eat by hustling YouTube, I'll say you are at least the top 20%. Not sure what that has to do with what I was talking about, but I guess you're top 20% if you hustle on YouTube. Are you asking? It seems like the way you propose that is like you're asking a question. Right. Yeah, guys. I think a lot of you guys, and no offense, Enos, but a lot of guys on here are y'all listening to a lot of these red pill coaches and a lot of these YouTubers that basically want you to not do anything and believe that you're just by virtue by telling you you're the prize, and to believe that you don't have to do anything and that all women should approach you. Life just doesn't work like that until you qualify yourself. You know, once you do that, then yeah, it's passive. The roles have reversed. Which I'm gonna be doing a video about that here probably this weekend, about women that actually fly out, women that actually like pursue these desirable men. The stuff that instead of like what men normally do, they're actually doing that to just to be in the presence of this man, you know.
That's why a lot of your moms, a lot of your aunts, a lot of your friends, you know, they a lot of them have been groupies. You just got to come to terms with that. You know, all these celebrities, all these concerts, these it's they qualify themselves where they just have to show up and be themselves, and that's just how it is. But no, the question I was asking earlier was about the young lady that I did the video on, and she was like, she doesn't get approached. She only gets approached by like older men, and I forgot the question I even asked, man. That was so long ago. It's basically in terms of the flip side. Are you if you approach, are you more likely to not approach if she's in a loop? It's basically the question I was asking. So yeah, but I think people we get on these spaces and we complain about things, right? But we don't ever want to face rejection or put in the work to, as I said on the video too, I was like, yo, you have to come to your own rescue. You have to come to your own rescue. A lot of people would rather complain about what they're not getting instead of actually actually coming to their own rescue. And I think that goes on too much. Hence the space why my most popular videos or the videos that get the most views are the ones where it's perceived that a woman is being held accountable or she's paying for the fact that she overlooked the quote unquote good guy for the bad boy, for the Pookie and Ray Ray, things like that. You know, it's the last video I did. I don't know how old that woman was, but it's the last video I did. So yeah, it's too much complaining, not enough action. You know, but the thing that I have an issue with is you got guys that'll um, complain or they'll be like, he's accepting accountability, and someone will be, you know, trying to make some effort or at least take action to better their situation. But I think there's a lot of times the guys who aren't taking any action to approach and just sit back and say, well, I already know she's not going to give me the time of day. It's good for her. And I think it's even women. And women like on some of these videos, even the women like say negative things about other women. If I can't be myself freely with a woman, then I don't need to have her around at all. Exactly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't believe I read your comment. Well, believe it. I'm just a YouTuber. Shit, you acting like God read your comment. Come on, man. I'm just a random face on YouTuber. You know, nothing special. Well, I think y'all just mistake people for like a lot of people on YouTube that are too cool to respond to others or uh, you can't respond to everybody, but damn, It's not like my chat. I got like thousands of people in my chat. It's like a handful of people. You can't respond to like just a handful of people. Something's up. You know, like I got like right now I got 23 people in here. What I look like 23 people. But I'm not gonna talk to anybody because I'm a YouTuber. Man, come on, man. I don't think wisdom has anything to do with humility. I mean, not having humility. So, the prophet used to, and I'm not likening myself to a prophet, but the prophet used to sit, he used to sit in the masjid, right? The masjid, and nobody could tell him from anyone else because he used to sit on the ground like everybody else, you know. So, uh, I'm just a person like everybody else, you know. It's people who that's why they call them idols because when you call on idols, they don't respond, right? Idols come from the olden times that where you worship idols, and you can worship an idol, but an idol doesn't say anything back to you. You know what I mean? So that's one of those things. Any future collabs? Nah, I don't. I don't. I don't think I got it. Any collabs coming up? I'm gonna start reaching out to people, but the people respond back to you, that's something completely different. You know what I mean? So I already reached out to Tay Tay. A lot of these people, like I said, man, it's nothing against her. People got their own stuff going on. I'm not in the space to keep reaching out to people. I'll shoot you a message. But people are busy, so that's that. And I get it. So whoever I'm supposed to collab with, that's who I end up collabing with. Shout out to Michelle. Hope I pronounced your name right. Michelle Berzania, Berzania. Yeah. So I don't care if there's 23 on the chat. These are the real ones here. Yeah, I don't be tripping off that. I don't be tripping off how many people on here. I just came on here. Whoever's supposed to be on here is gonna be on here. I just came on here to shoot the ish with y'all. So I keep saying I need to start definitely. I need to start definitely going live. Um, more often, more frequently, weekly. So, Miss Shelley, while you on here, you might as well hit that link and call in live. They do a live rating on you. I'm in Chucktown currently at my local Thursday spot. Per usual. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll definitely start going live more often. It's just me being lazy. Just me being lazy. Yeah, I definitely would. You know, I definitely would. That's what tonight's for. Start going live with the actual one of these hot topics that we used to be covering because I haven't done like a hot topic, not a hot topic, but one of these engaging topics like I used to do a few months ago. That I was gonna pick them up more often. What else we got on here? Yeah, these videos are hit or miss. So the last video about the woman, you probably talking about the woman crying and stuff like that. Yeah, these videos are hit or miss for whatever reason, man. I think I have the most. If you look at my videos, if you click on my page, I think as far as YouTube and content creators go, I think my videos are like the most. What's the term I'm looking for? Inconsistent in terms of views. Like one video will be like 40 something thousand, the next video will be like 1,500, next video will be 15,000, next video will be 20 something thousand, the next video will be 2,000. So it's just crazy, man. You know, haven't figured that out yet. Haven't figured it out, but it is what it is, man. I appreciate everybody that keeps tuning in, everybody who's here. For sure. Appreciate you, Christopher Horn. I don't know why this thing just popped up like just now, but I shout out to Christopher Horn for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Already. Yeah, yeah, man. It's pretty quiet in here tonight too. Get some of these about to get me a plate up in here. She did. She reached out to me and I told her to DM me, but like when you respond to people, maybe they see it, maybe they don't see it. Both those girls, the one with all the kids, she she had commented, and the other one that was crying, that she I told her to DM me. She wanted to come on the show. I was like hit me up, and I ain't heard back from her. So I'm just not into begging people to do something. You know what I'm saying? So if she watching this or whatever, yeah, I definitely get her story. You know. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about right now. Yeah. So she reached out and I told her to hit me up. Uh, Most of this red pill. I'm not a red pill. I've, I've basically, I'm not in the manosphere and I'm not in the red pill. Even though O'Shea is my mentor and he's the king of the manosphere, I'm not in the manosphere. A lot of these dudes, are echo chamber. A lot of people have never had an identity, so they get their identity from this red pill stuff, this manosphere stuff, these all these things. A lot of dudes have never been with a woman, like I say all the time. A lot of dudes never been on a date. You know, on the flip side, there's a lot of women that have never been on a date. I've met a lot of women personally never been on a date. You know, a lot of women that got kids that never been on a date. So, am I MGTOW? Hell no. He said, "Are you MGTOW? Hell no. I'm just me." A lot of these, it's in this space, I think, and that's why I think my channel's not that popular because I don't identify with any of these things. Yeah, you either gotta be a He-Man woman hater, or you gotta be on the Derek Jackson side. And that I forgot the other guy. I think he's Hispanic. Chris. There's a few of them, like three or four of them dudes. But you either have to be you have to be on one of those, identify with one of those. That's why it's like dudes constantly commenting on my videos. Who are you with? What side are you on? Like, what kind of grown man asks somebody that? Like, what side are you on? You riding the fence? You light skinned? What are you like? What the hell does that got to do with anything? Like, it's some real weirdos out here. But I think the more extreme you are, the more popular you are. Like I said, I'm just me. People love a pep rally. There's a lot of dudes dating single moms. They be trying to fool y'all on YouTube. Don't deal with single moms. Don't date single moms. Blah blah. A lot of dudes wife and single moms. I think if you're a man going your own way, you don't need to say it. You're just a man. You don't need to identify with a group. I'm MGTOW. Everybody wants to have an identity. They want to be able to, and I think I mean, that's humanity. That's the human condition. They want to be able to identify with a group. They want to feel like I've never been like that. And like I said, I was in the army and I still was like, shout out to all my vets, but I didn't take that shit home. I'm me. I'm gonna be me till I die. I don't need anybody to vouch for me or basically uh, say it's cool, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm with this group. I'm red pill, I'm purple pill, I'm blue pill. The fuck, like, girl, I'm me. Why can't I have an opinion? What does that mean? My opinion has to be based in some particular school of thought. It has to be based in, okay, you either have to be a simp for women or you have to hate women. Those are the two schools of thought. The dumbest shit ever. You know. And a lot of these dudes, like a lot of y'all haven't been through a lot of the shit that I've been through with women. Like I've been through some terrible things with women. Like, some really terrible things. But I'm not on that school of thought of hating women. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's somebody with these MGTOW guys or a lot of dudes that had a woman destroy their lives and they never were able to recover, or they're just men that just never got women, were never able to get women, and they just say they're going their own way. So if you understand women, right, and you never really had an issue with getting women, you can't identify with none of that. Even this pickup artist stuff, right? A lot of these dudes never show their receipts. They just get on here and talk. And y'all follow a lot of these dudes up. They get on here and talk, and they don't have any type of receipts. They just saying they're bagging this, they're bagging that, like, and y'all think it's actually going on. You think a dude got time to be making all like hundreds of videos and all this stuff and still getting? Come on, man. A lot of this stuff, a lot of you guys aren't rooted in reality. You think you can talk to a woman any kind of way and still get played? It's the dumbest shit ever. There you go, common sense. Exactly. Like you can, I'm MGTOW, I'm pump and dump and all this stuff. How you don't you talk crazy and think that y'all hear these guys talk crazy, right? And I'm not saying no names, but some of your most popular people in the space, they talk crazy, right? They talk crazy about women, and y'all really think that they really like that in real life? Man, please. For the people who met me in real life, for the people, when I say met me, you met me face to face, you know. And there are a few people who follow my channel who know me in real life or met me in real life. This is me. This is no act. Like the whole like it's comedy. Like when I do these reaction videos, especially like the one that's more comedic, you know what I'm saying? That's just those are my first thoughts. Those are genuine thoughts, but it's like how I be shooting the shit with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get on camera and adopt a persona. I don't, and I'm not. This is no shot. This is basically what based off of what the question that was asked to me, right? So I'm not sitting here downing anybody. You hustle, you make your money how you make your money. Shout out to those guys who are successful with getting hundreds of thousands of views, and they've managed to conquer the algorithm. They managed to amass a huge following. I haven't been able to do that, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but um, I mean, you just have to take for you guys who are watching. You just have to take what works for you. You can listen to me talk. I could be lying. You know what I'm saying? I just come from a common sense. Not common sense. I just think that I come from based off me talking. I think I come from a common sense approach, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to come from a place of, man, listen, guys, you guys need to listen to me. I've been with over 1,000 women. I never get turned down. I never get rejected. All women love me. Um, I live in a $500,000 home. I got a $200,000 car. And all this. Like it's what you see is what you get, man. You know. If you don't know me, buy my books. You'll find out more. I can't say it all on here. Y'all can pick up the books, y'all, and find out more. I'm gonna be putting out a book here soon called for you fellas out there that are interested, and for you ladies that are interested, or you want to buy it for your sons. It's gonna be called becoming the man of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably write that one. I'll probably have that one out next next year. Appreciate it, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Salute to everybody tuning in. We on here 41 minutes. I guess we ain't getting no ratings done tonight, man. But hey, at least I'm trying, man. I'm messaging Mr. Letgo right now. I don't know. Shout out to Mr. Letgo. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. I'm messaging bro right now, man. I think that's the only like besides my bro O'Shea, that's the only person that you know. I mean, I'm gonna try and get into some interviews as well. I'm trying to get into the interview game. You know, that's one of my goals is to definitely get into interviewing more of your favorite people or people like people that I think that you would find interesting and people that I find interesting. Um, Definitely within the sphere or which I'm not in, you know, but for sure. Hey man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it, man. This day, like, it's days I don't even be wanting to record, bro. Yeah, he's the ball. Yeah, he's Mr. Let Go is that dude now. He's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just messed. I think he just messed. See, this is him right here. Yeah, I was saying I need to do a consultation with him, saying because he done got the algorithm like Mr. Let Go is hot, so I need to do that. I need to get that consultation going with bro. You know what I'm saying? So because he done defeated it. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a lot of these guys, man, got good shows, man, good concepts and locations, you know. But you have to network, unless you just got that gift, you have to network on YouTube with people for sure. Yeah, when I say space, I'm not in the manosphere. That's what I was saying. I'm not in the manosphere in any of those. I'm just existing on YouTube. He said need you on Fresh and Fit. He must be on know about, man. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. You know, I've said some things about and I'll say this right now, for whoever's watching this in the future. I've said some things. I've been very critical of Fresh and Fit, but I've always said I admire Myron, Myron and Walter's work ethic. Those guys do show up. Those guys do their thing. They have a good production. Despite anything else, those guys do their thing. And I'll just say that, I'm not saying anything else negative or anything negative about those guys, man. You know, shout out to them. They've achieved a lot in a small amount of time. You know what I mean? They definitely did that, and shout out to them. You know, so I'm not saying nothing negative about nobody, no names, no nothing. those guys are they definitely they're definitely running shit. I mean, not running shit. They're in their bag. Nah, they're in their bag, man. They got they found a lane that works for them, and they're in their bag. They've had some big people on the show. They're in a good location, and but there's enough. One thing about YouTube, man, anybody like you guys have your pick of who you want to watch. You can tune into whoever you want to tune into. It's not just one person that you guys are stuck with watching. You guys can watch. You have a choice of who you want to watch at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So that's that. Yeah, he's on Ace Metaphor. Ace Metaphor has he always has a good panel. You know what I'm saying? So those are the arenas that you want to be in for sure. Those are the arenas you want to be in. Those panels like that. If you're trying to make a splash, so he's on shit. Bro was on Mike Rashid. You know what I'm saying? He's on a lot of these shows, man. If you once you start getting on these shows, like I seen what's Buddy's name? Poor Man's Podcast. He was on was it No Jumper? That's huge. The only other person I know to be on No Jumper was Kevin Samuels. So that's huge. Poor Man's Podcast to be on there. So these guys, I mean, they have a consistent following. I don't have this is no disrespect to any of y'all watching me. I don't have a consistent following. I have like like it's like certain videos people will show up for. You know what I mean? So I don't have that consistent following like them, but I appreciate everybody who does. So, but yeah, Buddy was on said, "What's my opinion about Kevin Samuels?" I mean, you can watch a whole tribute I did on Kevin Samuels when he died. I don't need to get into all that right now. I think everybody who's been following knows my opinion on Kevin Samuels. So, um, if you most of y'all watching me right now and people who are watching this restream, you found me based off Kevin Samuels. So I think you know my opinion on Kevin Samuels. I think if not, 9 out of 10 people who find me is based off Kevin Samuels. So if you want to watch, you can watch. I did a whole dedication to Kevin Samuels when he passed away. So you can check that out. If it wasn't for Kevin Samuels, a lot of people wouldn't even know who I am. So, you know, and let's make it clear, like I said before, I knew Kevin before the whole world knew of Kevin Samuels. Back when he used to be on the Hangouts with O'Shea years ago. I'm talking about 2017, 2018, way back before anybody knew who Kevin was. You know, so but some people like sometimes sometimes you just get that lightning in the bottle, and that's what Kevin did. Kevin did some shit like I don't think no YouTuber has done what Kevin has done. That goes. I don't care how many subscribers you got. No YouTuber has done what Kevin has done. And once again, shout out to my bro, to my mentor O'Shea. And people don't like when I say it. I mean, Kevin did his own thing, but O'Shea basically introduced Kevin to the masses. And that's what I want people to know, that it was O'Shea who introduced Kevin to the masses, but O'Shea doesn't get his just due. You know, O'Shea doesn't get his just due in terms of, even though O'Shea does well, O'Shea does really well in his space, I don't think he gets his just due. You know what I mean? but nobody has done what Kevin has done, and he was able to make it palatable, the stuff that we've been talking about for years. He was able to do that and transcend into several forms of media where you got all these celebrities and people that know who this guy was. You know, do you think most females and males recognize their flaws and try to fix it in a relationship? Uh, that's a very good question. Um, I'll put it like this: I think men are more open to fixing their flaws in a relationship. I think people don't recognize their flaws, even though their partner may tell them. They don't recognize their flaws until the relationship is over. But I think men are more open to fixing their flaws than women because women just have an abundance of men that are complimenting them and basically feeding their ego that they feel like they don't have to change anything because if there's a ton of men that's giving me attention and telling me that all these beautiful things, why do I need to fix anything? You have men literally telling women you're flawless. And men literally tell women they're flawless, and you have women who surround themselves with the go along, get along, go along, get along gang. Women don't typically surround themselves with other women that hold them accountable. Once a woman is trying to hold you accountable, she's no longer your friend, and that's how women are with their friends. Women normally surround themselves with friends that are a pep rally and support them in what they do, and whether it's good or bad, they'll support them in it and tell them there's nothing wrong with you. He's the problem, and that's typically how it works, and that's unfortunate. Hence, you become that girl, like that girl that I did the video on, where she's just like, I'm at this point in my life, but it's I got constantly men telling me that I'm this, I'm that, and there's nothing wrong with me. So if people are telling me all these great things, they're enabling you, and that's the downfall. You know, but right now I'm at the point in my life where I leave people to their own devices. You know, I give my opinion on something. You like it or you don't like it. You can say I'm simping or I'm being too harsh. I mean, that's your opinion too, and you're entitled to it. So, yo, hit that like button. Man, when I'm on TV, man, I'm gonna look back at these times for sure. I'm on one of these networks on Amazon or Netflix. I'm gonna look back on these times. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Duke. O'Shea is consistent. O'Shea is that guy. O'Shea was the first person to when I was a nobody, as I always say. O'Shea was the first person to put me on his channel, and I didn't have like really no subscribers. Did I see Woman King? No, I didn't, and I probably won't. I mean, not that I go for propaganda, but I might check it out when it comes out on Netflix. But based upon what I know about the homie, um, and things like that, which I used to cover topics like this in the early stages of my channel, but based upon that, Hollywood romanticizes stuff, and when you're in Africa and you're selling your own people, which I think that as Black people we need to understand that that was a reality. Try to say that The white man just came into Africa and took it and took everybody. That's not what happened. You got, you know, you were sold. You were sold. It was people sold that participated in the trade, and it doesn't make it right. Doesn't make the buyers right either. But I don't want to watch some BS like that. You know. So we need to make more movies that's historically accurate with people the way history is supposed to be. What's my thoughts on what's my thoughts on a woman's outlook on relationship expectations? I really don't care. I mean, I talk about women's expectations, but I really don't care. You know, so you have people. Everybody has expectations. I think that a lot of times, um, women women will women will try to make things true in terms of if they're dealing with a guy that they know isn't shit, right? I'm dealing with a man, I know he's not shit, he's a scammer or whatever. And I know he's not good for me, but I will convince myself or tell myself a lie that he's good for me. And I think that's how shit goes with certain women when it comes to dating. Shit like that, you know. And then play the victim when, you know, they get exactly what they knew was coming, which is the weirdest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? How can you tell the difference between someone speaking facts, like they pointing out your faults and manipulating someone for a sense of control? How can you tell the difference between someone speaking facts, pointing out your faults, and manipulating someone for a sense of control? Um, you just have to know who you are. You got what you're referring to is gaslighting. If you got somebody gaslighting you, is this the only person saying it, or are a lot of people saying the same thing? That's the first thing you need to look at, and you have to look at, is this the first time I'm hearing this? Um, if you don't know who you are going into a relationship, then yeah, it's easy for somebody to gaslight you and make you feel a certain type of way. You got some of the most attractive women that with low self-esteem because somebody's making you, and they got that control. So that's my thoughts on that. And a lot of women fall for it, and a lot of guys, it's women that gaslight dudes, and they do everything to try and appease her and please her, and things like that. So you just have to know who you are. If you know who you are, nobody can do that to you. You know, people, you have to work on those things. And like I said, which is another video I need to do. That's a lot of times self help is one of those things. I'm not saying that women don't do self help, but I think a lot of times, if you look at books in terms of what somebody reads or the content they consume, I think a lot of times it'd be interesting to know who's pursuing self help. Excuse me, for lack of a better term, because we're in a society where men aren't told like that they're perfect. In our society, it's like you know, constantly told that they're perfect. So, and I think when you're in that position where someone is constantly telling you that, then that's an issue. Hopefully that makes sense. What else we got? Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate your support. So I find it appropriate. I find it appropriate for a to have for a female to have a male best friend. Very, I mean, I've covered that. You said a topic. I've covered that before. In terms of having a male best friend. Um, I think the actual dynamic of friendship with when you say you have a male best friend, what's the interaction like? If this is your best friend, what's your interaction like? Does he not have a girlfriend? Is he gay? Like, what are we doing here? You know, and I've covered this a lot of times because women don't look at stuff the same way men do when it comes to the opposite sex and things. Wow, I dropped down to 9 people on here. Well, you know what's funny, guys? Listen, man, I've got 70 something thousand subscribers. Right? Hey, y'all tell me if this makes sense, right? How many subscribers I got? I got almost 77,000 subscribers. There's only 10 people on here. When is that by accident? You know, maybe it is by accident. There's like 8 people on here now. 70 something thousand, right? So very strange. That's not even a half a percent. Nah, women look at stuff like, you know, I think it's because women don't have testosterone. They look at things differently. I've had women try to argue with me about the topic. He would never. I know his. He knows my boyfriend. I know his girlfriend. I know his mom. I've had women even like there's some women that actually go as far as saying, "I know what he's thinking." You know what he's thinking? That's a whole another level of you know what this man is thinking. No, I was just making a comment, man. Like it just like I got, you know, and I know I don't come on here often, but I got 70, what was that 77,000? Almost 77,000. You know, I almost got 77,000 subscribers and like 9 people in here. Anyway, you know, it's cool. But um, I think there's an issue when you're in a relationship with a woman and she's constantly on the phone with a dude, you know. But I'll let women got their own logic in terms of that, you know, because women are they can read minds. So many women, read minds. They know what a man is thinking, and he would never do that. He's never had a single thought in his mind, you know. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. If you think he wouldn't try it, I mean, go for it. So, because at the end of the day, like I said, like, why is he spending all this time? I always ask women, why is he spending all his time with you? He doesn't have a girlfriend? And why doesn't he have a girlfriend? You know, get a girl. Yeah. Why isn't he? Gracias. Um, I should say like, if you're dealing with somebody and this guy's always got time for you, why doesn't he have a girlfriend? And you're cool because women don't care. Women like some women just like to talk. That question doesn't once cross their mind. Why doesn't this guy have a girlfriend? Why is he always talking to me? And why does my boyfriend have a problem with me talking to him? You know, it's funny you said that just now, right? It's funny you said that, but women will defend this, right? As long as they're able to do it. Like they'll defend that as long as it's in their favor, as long as they're able to do it, you know. And I've seen it. But if it's if it's like the other side of things, I don't think you do. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all, and I've seen it where they constantly defend it, and they're like, "Well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." Definitely not cool. Definitely not cool. But I mean, do your thing. If she tells you she's not gonna give up her male bestie, you got to hit the street, bro. That tells you what type of relationship you're in. Because ain't no real man gonna go for that. You know, that's where those terms like being controlling, he's possessive because he doesn't want me having a male friend. There's a difference between being keeping it cordial and being controlling. But I think women say that to who they feel like if she doesn't really like you, she's gonna say something like that. In my opinion, if she doesn't really like you, she'll say something like that. It's like so many guys, they'll put emphasis on she needs to submit, she needs to do this, she needs to do that, and they get frustrated when she doesn't. If she doesn't, she just doesn't like you, and that's fine. You can't twist a woman's arm or these guys, and especially on YouTube, you're complaining about that. If she does, if she won't be, she won't be fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, all these magic words you guys use, then she doesn't like you. She doesn't respect you. If she's gonna do these things, because women will completely change things around. Women will do all types of stuff to come into their life. So that just shows you what type of effort you need to. I mean, you need to give her. But a lot of dudes don't look at it that way, and I think that's where the disconnect is with a lot of people. Trying to make somebody, you're trying to make some, you're trying to make somebody do something they don't want to do. Here's a news flash, and I don't think a lot of people look at this. You're not gonna live forever. You're not gonna be here that long. I don't know what anybody told you. This ride isn't but so long, right? But you guys act like you guys are gonna be here forever, and that's what's disturbing. You know, you're living in fear. Man should give up his hobbies or what he was doing before for a woman, and I'm not talking about like in terms of other women. I'm just talking about in terms of your hobbies, anything like that. Because some women will tell you they don't like you doing some shit, and once you stop it, they up and leave your ass because you basically submitted to what she wanted you to do, and now you're no longer the person that she liked. And a lot of men end up doing that. Go in relationships and they lose their identity. Fortunately, do I got any of my mods in here tonight? How many likes we got? Let me pull up my YouTube on here. I even hit 100 yet. You're asking a broad question, like Miss Shelley. I don't know what your that type of broad got issues if she do men like that. Do men like what? Actually, don't you think she's playing games? If she's got like a male bestie, is that what you mean? Jr. Women can be a challenge at times. They bring tension to a situation. Your thoughts? Um, I think depends on the situation, man. Yeah, if you got to walk on eggshells with somebody, you don't need to be with them. Yeah, I'm just looking on my YouTube, guys. Excuse me. Man, if this is right, man, this is terrible. I done been on here for over an hour and I only got 26 likes. Bruh, you mean like is that what y'all seen? Do I only got 26 likes? Good night, bro. Yeah. Um. You said if a female tells a guy to change and he does for her, then she no longer attracted. Women say stuff and they don't like. Here's the thing, right? And this is what guys don't get, and this is what women don't get either because they don't even realize they're doing it. You ask a woman what does she want in a man, she's gonna tell you pretty much the same thing, right? Most women are gonna tell you the same thing about a guy that they're looking for, but that same guy that they're describing is not the same guy that they deal with or that they like. So as a man, if you have a hobby, say you like me, every Thursday I go out to this bar, right? And let's say you my woman and you're like, I don't want you going out there anymore. And I'm like, okay, babe, I won't go out there anymore. And I'm sitting at home on my ass, or I stop watching football, or I stop playing basketball these days that I've been doing for years. And then all of a sudden, I give up my passions to please you. Then you're looking at me like, this guy is like, all he does is sit at home and just, he's lost his drive, he's lost his motivation. He's doing this to please me. I don't even want him around here. He's not the same guy that I met. And then basically you end up leaving the guy because he's not the same dude. You know what I'm saying? So and that happens a lot. So that's what I mean by that. It's not that she tricked him, it's just that she didn't know because you a lot of times they don't even they don't know what it is. Hmm. So that's what I mean by what she says she wants sometimes and what she emotionally responds to are two separate things. She can tell you that she wants you to do this, and then you start doing it, and then she's like, "Oh my goodness, he's not the guy that I was into with. He's a completely different guy." Happens a lot. Happens too often. It's called castration. Dudes do it, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I just realized I was on here that long, man. I'm about to get up off here though. It's just like, damn, this shit is like really looking like this up there. I'm just gonna start. What I'm gonna start doing, man, I'm gonna just start going live covering these topics. I got like a ton of topics written down and stuff like this, you know, and we'll get into all this. Right. Yeah. So with that being said, man, unless we got anything else, man, I'm about to get up out of here. have a good night, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Catch you guys on another one. Make sure you guys check out the videos I posted up. Both of them I posted today, and I'll see you guys in the AM, man, on some new videos I post. I'll see you guys then. I'm out of here. Peace.